Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Hilda. Today we're going to make that choco flan that I've been promising you guys. So here are the ingredients that we're going to use. First of all, we're going to start with the cajeta. I'm not going to use the sugar today. I'm going to show you guys how easy this is to make, okay? Once you guys graduate by using the little box here with this chocolate. So for now, we're going to go ahead and start with our flan ingredients. So you're going to need one of these containers. Make sure that we grease it all up and nice, and for that I'm going to show you guys how to do that with just about anything. Doesn't need to be a spray or whatsoever. We're going to use just kitchen oil, and then we're going to use la cajeta. Like I said, we're going to use about half a cup of this, so not too much of that. And then we're going to use Media Crema, and I can give you guys an option to either replace it with the Philadelphia cheese or any other type of brand like the one I have. So it just depends on your guys' need. I'm not going to use this one. It actually happens to be very creamy when you guys make it with Philadelphia cheese. I'm going to make it in a smaller container, and this tends to be for like a 12-cup container. Anyways, so we're going to skip with that. Today I'm just going to be using the Media Crema. We're going to be using lechera or condensed milk, evaporated milk as well. We're going to use 4 eggs and vanilla. So this is going to be for our flan right here, and then we're just going to follow the instructions for our chocolate cake here, which is going to be our milk, oil, and as you guys know, it does say water here on the back, but I do like to replace that with milk. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then our 3 eggs here. I already have some sort of decoration fruit up here that we're going to use to decorate our flan so it looks nice and pretty, and that is up to your guys' discretion. But we're going to go ahead and start by oiling our little container here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys our oven here, which is at 350 already preheated. I'm also going to show you guys how you guys can put the cook time. So if you guys have it in your oven, make sure that you guys put that on there. We can easily get distracted, and we don't want that to happen. I'm going to show you guys how to grease it all up, and as you guys can see, it's just a regular oil here, our kitchen oil, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a spray or anything like that, like I said. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that we do exactly this. Make sure you guys do a good job at this, because it's very important so that your bread does not get stick. This is a choco flan, but also a lot of people call it el flan imposible, and that's because it separates the flan from the cake mix. So you can mix it all in together, but our plan here is to make that pastel imposible, okay? So make sure that you guys get all the edges nice and smooth here. It looks like I got every little corner of that, and you guys can see it's all nice and greasy. Now we're gonna go ahead and pour our cajeta in there. You guys, this is like the easiest thing that you guys will ever do. Again, we gotta graduate from this little box cake mix so that we can make our own mixture. I personally like it a lot better, so you guys can make your own Hershey taste and chocolatey, and it's all good. This is all I'm using. Like I said, it's about half cup. I don't pour too much in it just because I like to also use it for decoration purposes, and this is the brand that I like to use. Okay, all right, so we're gonna put this on the side, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to blend all of that stuff together. You guys are welcome to also use any other form to mix them all in together. Okay, so we're gonna start with our vanilla. Make sure you shake it all up, and we're gonna use 1 teaspoon, nice and full. Okay, it gives it a very good flavor. Here comes our milks. Very good. So here is our Media Crema. Like I said, you guys can replace it with the cream cheese. I've seen people make the flans without even using any of the Media Crema or the cream cheese, but I really like it. It comes out nice and very firm, and also depending if you're gonna make it for about 30 to 50 people, then yes, you definitely want to use actually the Media Crema and the whole cream cheese. Just make sure you have a large container. All right, here we go with all of that. And then we have our 4 eggs. There we go. All right, and that's going to be it. So we're going to go ahead and blend it all together, okay? And go ahead and put it in our oven. All right, guys, so here is our flan. We're going to go ahead and mix it all up in here. I'm about to get burned or whatsoever. All right, you guys, here we go. can see, there's enough water in there. We're not gonna cover it, okay? We're just gonna leave it alone. And we're gonna time it. Remember our 30 minutes. Not any minute more, not any minute less. 30 minutes exactly. What we want with this is that the flan pre-cooks before we put the chocolate. So in the meantime, while that is happening, we're gonna go ahead and blend in the rest of the ingredients. Mix in all my ingredients in there as well. I'm actually going to start with my eggs. All right. Anybody can mix it all in if you guys want to. I like to put my eggs in there first, so. Here is our cup of milk, our fourth of milk, just like it says on the box, and our half cup of oil, vegetable oil. Here is our cake mix. Alright guys, so this timed out already. We're gonna go ahead and take it out. And yes, of course, I am wearing my gloves. I'm only gonna take the top portion as well again. And we're gonna let it sit here for another 5 minutes. The reason for that, it's because we don't wanna break the crust from the flan, okay, with the chocolate, because it's kind of heavy. So we wanna wait and allow it enough time. Everybody gets to know your oven. Everybody gets to know how it works and whatsoever, so you guys can time it on yourself. But I'm not pouring the chocolate right through there. Otherwise, it's gonna get mixed and then it's not going to show our flan imposible, okay? So we wanna make sure that impossible flan comes out nice and perfect. So we're gonna let it simmer for just a little bit. As you guys can see, look underneath it, it's still very watery. So if I pour it right now, it's going to bring up that flan, and we don't want to do that, okay? It may happen in occasions and it may happen a little, and that's gonna be perfectly fine. You'll still have a good looking flan, but we want to make sure that it's our actual imposible flan, okay? So we're gonna let it sit here. So our 5 minutes has passed. So we're gonna go ahead and start pouring our chocolate mix in there. So be very careful. We're gonna use this little spoon here so that the whole weight, it's not just pour in there, okay? This stuff requires a lot of patience, you guys. So you guys have to be very patient with yourself as well. So we're gonna leave some room in there just because it will overflow. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can put the oil on top of your foil here. And this is going to be so that it does not get stuck when our bread or when our cake mix gets to a, when it rises. So we're gonna go ahead and do exactly this. So it's nice and wrapped up. Now we're gonna go ahead and place it back in our oven. Check your water, make sure it still has enough water, which it does. We're gonna put it back in there. This time, you guys, it's gonna go in there for 55 minutes, okay? Not a minute less, not a minute more. We're gonna go ahead and let it sit there for 55 minutes and then we'll come back and recheck. All right, you guys, time to take it out of the oven. Be very careful, the water is boiling. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that everything is all good. And we're gonna do it by introducing a toothpick. So it's nice and beautiful, as you guys can see. So we're gonna test it all out. And it looks like it came out nice and clean. So we're gonna do that throughout, just to check. Very good. Our choco flan is nice and fluffy. And we're gonna leave it alone for now. It has to be there for at least a minimum of an hour. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it cool down for about an hour or so, okay? I don't like to take it out any earlier than that, because then the flan is still very hot and it's going to get ruined if we do that. And then I wanted to show you guys the aluminum foil. This is why it's important that you guys spray some oil in there or whatever you guys use, butter, whatsoever, as long as it doesn't get stick into it, okay? And you guys are all set. So we're gonna be back in about an hour, and I'm gonna show you guys how we are gonna take it out of the nice beautiful pan here, and we're gonna put it in a nice container so that our family can join and eat some of that today. Still a little bit warm, but it's not hot enough. All right, guys, here's the real thing. Let's try and flip it over. Looked like it came out nice and pretty, so we're gonna go ahead and start decorating it. And like I said before, I like it with a lot of caramel, so I'm gonna go ahead and put quite a bit on it. I have a couple of things here to decorate it, but I missed one thing. I'm gonna go ahead and place some Jello in there just to make it look a little bit prettier. Doesn't really matter how you place them. We're gonna place our nuts. I think that looks pretty enough. And then I have some glaze here that I'm gonna go ahead and glaze up our strawberries. Okay, just grab the tip just like this. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. And then we're gonna place one like right there, another one right there, and one more just right here. And then we're gonna have some kiwis here, like 3 little slices there, a couple bits of chocolate, raspberries. So before I go ahead and give this Choco Flan a little taste, I wanna go ahead and say hello to a few of you guys. Josecito showed me a way of having the names of you guys up here on my cell phone, so it's kind of nice. So here we go. I have Yesenia Serrano, Sasha Nolasco, Miguel Aleman from Tamaulipas, Team Sofia from Palo Alto, California, Fran from San Luis Rio Colorado, Hector Mendez from Tijuana, Renata Chopecki from Chicago, Roberta Lozano from Ogden, Utah, Connie Alanis Garcia from San Antonio, Texas, Eli Felix from Phoenix, Arizona, and then Diana Perez from Berwyn, Illinois, and then I have Jesus Mijares from Durango, Familia Mijares. And also I want to say a big shout out to mi cuñado Manuel Ortiz, porque siempre me da carrilla porque mando saludos, así que de colmo le voy a mandar saludos no nomás aquí a su casa, a Phoenix, Arizona, sino que también allá por Marraneras. Así es, mi cuñado es de Durango, familia, así que le mando muchos saludos por allá a Jesús y a toda su familia, así que saludos, cuñado, para que se le quite, ¿eh? Y luego aquí a Marianne Franco from Fontana, California, Leslie Resendiz from Texas, and then I have Giselle Sotelo from Chicago, Illinois, Ruby Robledo from Denver, Colorado, Amy and Emma Gilbert from California, Ashley Magana from Chicago, Illinois, Yesenia Serrano from California, Richard Reyes, Lisa Escobar from Phoenix, Janet Toscano from Denver, Alondra from Cali, and Edith Villatoro from Florida, and lastly is Daisy Hernandez from North Carolina. Also, there's a family in the state of Nevada that also wanted me to give a big shout out to as well. So the shout out is for the Espinosa family in Nevada. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you everyone for everything that you guys have done for me, for your patience. It's not easy and hasn't been. It's gonna get better, okay? So thank you so much for hanging out there. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys our next recipe. And the weather here in Arizona, it's very hot. We're over 107, so I want to make sure that I have my family all nice and cool down. I'm gonna take you guys over to our next recipe, okay? But let's go ahead and give this a try. All right, you guys, here we go. Let's give it a shot. I like a lot of caramel, as you guys can see. I even put extra on mine. It has a great texture, you guys. It's very sweet, it's very good, and like I said, it's very easy for you guys to make. Probably in the nearby future, I'm going to show you guys how to make it from scratch with your own flour and your own Hershey's chocolate, and we're going to have a fantastic flan, okay? But for now, this is called the Flan Imposible, and as you guys can see, we made it possible, you guys. Bueno, miren, aquí les voy a dar la receta de nuestra próxima agua que vamos a hacer. Bueno, en realidad no es una agua porque yo no voy a usar agua para esta receta, ok? Vamos a hacer una piña colada, pero va a ser basada en puros juguitos. La única agua que va a llevar va a ser el hielo. Bueno, miren, para que se vayan preparando vamos a ocupar 4 botes de jugo grande, ok, son como 14 onzas por bote, así que consíganse en unos 4 o 3 de estos, dependiendo de qué tan dulce les guste a usted esta piña colada, ok. Luego vamos a ocupar 3 latas de leche de coco, al igual que 3 de crema de coco, y luego aquí tenemos 3 de leche condensada y acá tenemos 3 de leche evaporada, así que van a ser 3 de cada una de nuestras leches, solamente 4 botes de jugo. Ahora, como les digo, si ustedes no lo quieren tan dulce, simplemente lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a quitar uno de jugo y uno de la lechera y lo pueden reemplazar con agua, como ustedes quieran. Acuérdense que cada quien tiene un toquecito personal y ustedes mismas lo van a hacer como ustedes quieran. No se les olvide que si ya consiguieron estas cositas, pues también vamos a usar una de estas, o ya sea también nada más el de sabor a piña. También nuestro suco todo depende de ustedes. Como les digo, literalmente yo no lo voy a usar, pero si ustedes quieren a esta agua que no sea tan dulce, pues entonces vamos a usar un poquito de suco y así vamos a omitir algunas de la lechera o del jugo, ya que el jugo está bien dulce. Claro, pues no puede faltar nuestro Malibu. A mí me gusta este, pero ya después de haber servido el agua en mi copa, ya que hay niños en ciertas fiestas y pues no puede haber alcohol en todo el agua, ¿ok? Así que pues muchas gracias de nuevo. Ha sido un placer, un gusto en este día. Nos vemos y que pasen una feliz tarde, feliz domingo. Hasta luego.